Welcome to another episode of Denver Metal Things. In this episode, we're going to check out downtown Englewood. As a part of that, we're going to check out Mutiny Comics Cafe. And if you are going to a show at Moe's or the Gothic, you can go here, have some food ahead of time, check out the shops. And then finally, we're going to go to Vision Comics. I'm on the hunt for some specific collectibles, which I'll explain, and hoping to get a good deal on them. So let's get to it. As you arrive in downtown Englewood, which is located off of Broadway, there is parking behind the shops. I stopped into Sukiya Ramen and had their tonkatsu. There are multiple locations in Denver, but I find that the quality of their ramen is consistent and it is really tasty.
Don't be obscene. Don't be obscene.
There's a bunch of cool shops here, and Mutiny Cafe is what I was going to come and see specifically, but there's some restaurants, there's actual walkable shops too, so I figured I would just show that as well. So also some scenes of the little strip on Broadway that you can walk down, and then there's, if you keep going, you could go to Gothic Theater and Moe's Barbecue. It's like right down the street. But there's actually like some really good restaurants here. I just had some ramen. There's a cool cantina that's right here. And then there's the freeway that kind of caps the end of the street proper with cool stuff. Another cool thing over here is this bank. It's like one of the coolest buildings, I think, in Denver. It's really sci-fi-ish. Mutiny isn't as large as its previous location. Here's some pinball games that are at the front of the store. There's also a community board. And then here's the comics section, and then the cafe is in the back. One of my favorite parts of the store, which is right when you walk in, are these independent zines, and it's just good information you can pick up and find out what's going on in the community. So Mutiny has had two locations. The previous location was more north on Broadway. It's a bigger store. The real estate was probably expensive, I get it. But this new store, just not really like the old store at all. Doesn't have as many video games or pinball machines, which they didn't have a lot. And the books, not a big book selection. There's not really a big comic selection. I mean, Vision Comics has way more comics, deep cuts. And it's really just more like a cafe to hang out in, which I guess if that's what they're going for, but it's definitely not what it used to be. So I didn't like it for what I went there for, which is to look at some comics and collectibles. It's really more of a cafe, so just keep that in mind if you're coming out to the new Mutiny.
Don't be obscene. Don't be obscene.
Here's a look up north on Broadway, and you can see Moe's Barbecue, which is a couple blocks up the street, and then there's Gothic Theater. Again, if you're going to a show at one of these venues, you can hang out in downtown Englewood ahead of time. It's a random find, Kitchen Witch Vintage. I quickly went in there. They have some cool stuff. I didn't get to go into depth, but the fact that you can hit up some shops, come across the street, get some food, I think it's definitely worth coming out here to check it out in Englewood, up to no good. I think this is gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna hit up Vision Comics and see what that's like. There's some collectibles there that I want to get that I'm gonna explain. So here's my favorite set of collectibles that I'm looking to add to. You have Murdoch, Hannibal, Face, and VA, and this is the A-Team. I created a custom case for these collectibles with a sign that I even used a lighter to burn so it looks like it's been blown up or in a fire. In the case you can open it, and with each of the figures, which you can take out, they're not in their box and they've been played with. It includes a card that has the character's name, and I thought this was a good addition to the display so you know who each of the characters are and gives a little personality behind them. I also have some Hot Wheels style cars. There's the Corvette, the Face Drives, and the A-Team van. My latest acquisition is Amy Adams, who is a character that was in the first and second season. She was the most expensive figure out of the bunch because she's so rare. I want to add the bad guys figurines to my set. There's 4 of them. They come in different styles. I'm looking specifically for the 6-inch version, and there's Cobra, Viper, Python, and Rattler. So hopefully I could find these for a good price. Vision Comics is located a little south of downtown Englewood. It has an extensive collection of comics. It has a really good selection of Star Wars figures and vehicles. Millennium Falcon, some X-Wings, some AT-ATs. It has sets in the box. These are really cool because I had some of these when I was a kid. Here's some more of those vehicles hanging up out of the box, played with. Well, lots of different choices to choose from. I definitely recommend checking them out if you are into Star Wars stuff. If you've been watching my other episodes or paying attention to my Instagram, you know that I'm into X-Files, so I did pick up an X-Files comic. They have this really cool coffin room. It has a big Frankenstein in it and some of the highlighted comics, newer comics that are available in the store. And then there is a downstairs, and this has more comics, and then it has a lot of horror themed figurines and clothes, which if you're into that, again, it's worth checking out this store. I found a really good selection of Spawn figures. I am intimidated by the amount of choices of those. Here's some other types of figurines. I really like how they split the store by the action figure stuff and then also the more horror themed stuff in the basement. It's really just fun to walk around and see all the things that are available. So make sure to walk throughout the whole store and take your time. So going back to the top level, do they have what I'm looking for? So in this back little corner, and I did have to ask the associate if they had any A-Team figures. He didn't actually know who the bad guys were, but they had some other figures like Face and Hannibal and Murdoch. But here are the bad guys right here.
Hi, thanks for watching. This is my find from Vision Comics, the baddies from A-Team.
Don't be obscene.